Robert McConnell Red Virginia. This is a Virginia Perique, and we are doing Vaper blend. We will be smoking it out of our For the Horde Orc World of Warcraft Meerschaum by a Govem. I like this pipe. I don't think it's ever going to get colored though, because it's already like painted brown. I think that's paint on there. But anyways, I do like this pipe because it's kind of cool looking. All right, smelling it through the paper, it is very plummy. Like very plummy. It smells like a plum. The bottom of this says broken red Virginia with hints of Perique. And this is from 2024, so it's about a year old. It's like a, it's packed in there like a hockey puck. Like it's packed in there tight. And it is actually kind of moist. Like not real moist, but it's definitely not dry. All right, smell on the actual tobacco is kind of raisiny. And you get a bit of sour and a bit of sweet. All right, let's get this loaded on up. This is a ribbon cut. There are some hard stems in this. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so your dry draw is like sweet raisin. All right, let's get this lid on up. Okay, the initial light is, it's very mild. It has like a pepper smell coming off of it, but it's not like really spicy. You get kind of like a grassy hay when you're puffing and breathing through your nose. This is all on the initial. And then as it goes out, it's really grassy, like more grass than hay. But then when it's completely out and you're just puffing on the lit tobacco, it's more hay than grass. So as it's going out, it's grass. As it's out, it's hay. All right, let's get this tamped and going. All right, so it's got like a sweet smell to it. So it's spicy, but it's only spicy where the smoke hits your tongue. So wherever you have the pipe in your mouth, just the smoke that's hitting your tongue is spicy. There's really no lingering spice yet. So on your retrohale, it's a little bit leathery. And then, I don't really know how to explain this, but it's not sweet, but the spice that hits your tongue is kind of sweet. Like, I don't know how to explain that except that way. It's not a sweet tobacco, at least not yet. But the spice that's hitting your tongue is like a sweet spice. And then it's really sour. Not like when there's a lot of smoke coming off of it, but when you're, like when it's almost out and you're puffing it to get it relit, it's kind of, that's where the sourness comes from. So at this point, we're still at the top here, but it's still a mild smoke. I think it's I think it might be a pleasant room note. It's early in the morning. It's like 7. By the way, it is starting to get hot too. I'm already sweating. It's 7 in the morning. My wife is busy, so I don't know if she'll be, if I hear her walk by the door, I'll call her out here. But I think it's a pleasant room note. It smells pretty good in here. Yeah, it's like a sweet smokiness. Not like a campfire, but like a sweet tobacco smokiness. The smell that I get off of there. And you know, if you take a big whiff, it's like you could smell the plums in there. Like if you really sniff the air in here, it does smell like plums. And you do get that grass also. So I did get on the tail end, and it was just a hint. I got like citrus on the very end of my retrohale. Yeah, this has to be a pleasant room note. The smoke coming off when you're puffing and breathing through your nose smells, I want to say delicious. It smells really, really good. It's like a sweet smoke. It's like, sweet smoke is the best way that I could explain that. It's not like a dessert. You really get the earthy grass when it's almost out. Like when there's just a tiny bit of smoke going in. And you keep getting hints of the raisins or plum also. There's no bite at this point. We're probably almost half. But the sweet spice is still there. And it's like I could still feel the spice on my tongue right now, but it's not a harsh spice. Like it's not a really spicy tobacco, but there is spice in there. You could taste it. And you could feel it. And you get, the farther that we get down here, let's see, where are we at? We're about half. You do get the sourdough from the Virginia. And the farther you get down in the bowl, the spicier it gets. All right, we're about halfway, I would say. Yeah, I think we're halfway, so we're gonna get this book started. All right, we are doing Robert McConnell, the original Red Virginia, not just Red Virginia, the original Red Virginia. It does smell very good in here. All right, the tobaccos that we're using is Virginias, particularly Red Virginias and Periques. There is no flavoring. The cut is ribbon, and the tin notes were plum, like through the paper, but it was more raisiny when you were actually smelling the tobacco. And sweet. And you smell dough in there actually. It smells better than all the other ones we've done. There's like I don't think it's flowery, but like if you shove your nose into this, I'm the only one smoking this, so I don't have a problem shoving my nose in here. It's like very fruity. I guess you don't even have to shove your nose in. If you like bring it up fast and sniff while you're doing it, it's very fruity. It's not just raisins. Fruity and doughy. All right, so the taste strength at this point, we're halfway done, is mild. The room note, it has to be pleasant. It has to be. The moisture is moist, not dry, but not wet. Okay, so it's almost perfect. We're using, it's in a tin, and we're using our Govem World of Warcraft Meerschaum. This is my 19th pipe. All right, and we will get to the tasting in a bit. Okay, so the tobacco is out. Well, now I got it going again. But while it was out, it was very earthy. So it was kind of like a mix of hay, grass, and dirt. And now that we got it going again, it's like a sweet sourdough. The spice is not very spicy. And it's back to that sweet spice sensation on your tongue right now. So I am working on getting a microphone. I did buy a microphone, but it didn't work with this phone. I thought it was Bluetooth, but it's not. It was a plug-in, and this is a 16, and it's the old plug-in, so that microphone didn't work. I was watching other YouTubes. It looks like they have like a clip-on, so I'll see if I can figure out what that is. I had a couple comments say that they can't hear me, especially when I'm mumbling. Like when I look down and talk, they can't hear me clearly. So I'll be working on getting a microphone. I do have a camera now that comes with a mic, but the video quality isn't as good as this iPhone. So I don't know, maybe I will end up using that camera to vlog, but it's summertime, so I definitely can't do it now because it'll overheat. But I'm also looking at GoPros and what was that thing called? There's another camera out there that's very popular, and I see a lot of them in Vegas. I'm leaning more towards the GoPro than that one though, but it's got like it's on a stand that you know, I can't remember what they call it, but it, like you could shake the camera and it'll stay level. So I really like that because I have shaky hands. And when I'm walking around, the camera kind of shakes, even with the stabilizer in the iPhone and in the camera that I got. But that camera will just keep the camera level. I forget what they call the thing that they do it in. I'll tell you in the video, I'll put it down here, because that's really what I do want. But the GoPro quality just looks awesome. So, and GoPro is waterproof, so I'm leaning more towards getting a GoPro than getting that camera. But I mean, who knows? I do have an actual digital camera now though that I would like to start using, but it's just too hot right now to use it. It'll overheat because I smoke in the garage because you know I got kids and a wife that don't smoke, so I'm not going to smoke in the house. All right, so it's out again. I got it going again, but it was earthy like I said. And then when you're getting it going, it's like a sweet, sugary, like a sweet sugary pepper is, I guess, what I would explain that as. But the tobacco's not really that sweet. I guess you could say it's tangy. Yeah, it's more tangy than it is sweet, but when I was getting it going, it was like a sweet pepper. This does burn very, very well. I haven't relit it. I bet you we're on the bottom quarter now. Let's see. Yeah, it's a sweet sourdough that I smell. The taste is, I mean, I guess you could say it's a little bit sweet. I don't think your breath's gonna stink. It kind of smells like a sweet tobacco. Yeah, your breath should be all right. I would say that it's more tangy than sweet though, but it does smell sweet. I don't know if that makes sense, but. So the taste in your mouth is tangy and peppery, but the smoke coming out is like a sweet smell. All right, but anyways, we're down to the last quarter, so we're gonna get this tasting filled out. All right, so what we have here, it's tasty by the way, is mostly tangy and spicy, I think. Tangy and spicy. You get like a leather on your retro when it's almost out, or when it is out and you're just puffing away at the ash. It's earthy. It's like a mix of grass, hay, and dirt. You get like a sweet sourdough. Yeah, it's mostly tangy and spicy, and it's just a little bit of spice, by the way. It's not like a spicy tobacco. The aftertaste in your mouth is very pleasant. It's kind of like a doughy aftertaste. And it's like a sweet dough though, but it's not a sweet tobacco. Listen, it's sweet, but it's not sweet. Like the sweetness on it is not like overpowering. It's just a tiny bit of sweetness in there. Like I wouldn't say this is a sweet tobacco. All right, well, if we get anything else, we'll put it in there. I did the initial light and this light, and it's been going ever since. Okay, so if you're, this is towards the bottom, and you're puffing and breathing through your nose, you get kind of like a pine. So there's like pine in there. And so we're at the bottom, and like the longer you puff at it, the spicier it does get. But it's not like lingering. Well, I mean, it is lingering, but it's like a very light spice. Like a couple of the ones that I did, like the spit on my lips was very spicy. This one's not like that. All right, I think we're probably towards the bottom, so we're gonna get this cleaned out. We had a little bit left. Yeah, so we have some solid brown in there, so we might have had 10 minutes left. But I don't know if I would get any more flavors out of that. All right, well, today we did Robert McConnell's, the original Red Virginia. And we smoked it out of our World of Warcraft Meerschaum Pipe. And I would give this a 4 out of 5. It's tasty. All right, so it's mostly Virginia. Like the Perique in there is very mild. So if you like, a lot of people don't like Perique. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's the spice on there. But if you like Virginias and you could tolerate Periques, this will definitely be the tobacco for you because it's mostly Virginia. So it's mostly sour and tangy. And the spice on there is like, it's very, very mild spice. But it's kind of like a sweet spice. Like the tobacco is very mild sweet. So I wouldn't call this a sweet tobacco. So if you like Virginias, you'll like this because the Perique is very mild. The spiciness that does come off of the Perique is very mild and it doesn't linger and it doesn't burn like some of the other vapors that I did were like burning my lips. But anyways, this is a pretty tasty tobacco. I think you can get this everywhere. I think I got this from, I can't remember exactly, but I think I got this from either Boswell or Pipes and Cigars, one or the other. But I do believe that they sell this on smoking pipes. This one is a year old, so there's no writing on the back. The only thing that it says on the back is broken red Virginias with a hint of Perique. So yeah, it is. It's like very light Perique. So I think if you like Virginias and can tolerate Periques, this tobacco is definitely for you. All right, it is summertime, so it is getting hot. I'm sweating right now and it's morning time. It's probably almost 8 o'clock right now. And I'm telling you, I'm sweating. So I'll be doing, I'll be switching tobacco reviews to Wednesdays. And it'll only be once a week, unless we have a cool day. If we have a cool day, then I'll do twice a week. But until mid-September or late September, we're gonna go with just Wednesdays because it is getting hot and it's just gonna get hotter and hotter. So yeah, I'm gonna switch to that. In the meantime, if you like gambling, I might post a couple gambling videos on here, but I do have Vegas trips posted on Rumble if you wanna go over there. There's the address right there. Check out my Rumble. You don't have to watch the videos, but if you do go over there, subscribe please so that I could go live finally. I need 100 subscribers to go live. And yeah, thanks for watching. This is a pretty tasty tobacco, so I recommend it if you are into vapors. Very, very tasty. I don't know if it's the best, but it is very tasty. It's definitely in the top 3 so far. We got a couple more to do. So yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great day. Thanks for watching and bye.